Hello Scorpio people, this is Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but who want to hear their June forecast for 2025. And for you, I suggest that we start with Venus, the planet of love and pleasure and beauty and art, which on the 6th of June will enter Taurus and will stay there until the first days of July, so about a month. In your horoscope, Taurus is ruling the area of important partnerships, which can be romantic partnerships, can also be friendships, can also be relationships with colleagues who are at about the same level as you are, or creative partnerships as well. It can also be relationship with opponents or competitors. So Venus here in general is beneficial for relationships with people you find cute, attractive, people who, people you like. But it can also make you more attentive to enemies or competitors who are attractive women. Also a possibility. Now, in the first days after Venus moves into Taurus, it will be forming a hard aspect to Pluto. Pluto is the planet of deep transformation that is not delicate. At the end of 2024, it entered Aquarius, which is your area of home and family. And you may be experiencing some not delicate, transformative experiences, issues in the area of home and family, which Venus, after it enters Taurus, may again make more relevant to you, maybe in a positive way, maybe in a negative way. See if on the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, something about home and family, which is eliciting a strong emotional response in you, is perceived by you differently depending on who is with you. Maybe a partner makes it easier. Maybe your love for the partner is changing how you relate to the home family issues. So something maybe, it's more likely that it will make things better, but there is also an option where it makes things more complicated. But then after the 10th, Venus in this Taurus area of your horoscope will only be beneficial and positive and will be supporting pleasant interaction with pleasant people. Now Mars, planet of drive and action, is still transiting through Leo, which in your horoscope rules work, career, business, official status, your reputation, what you do in your most official role. So if you have this official role in which you are known, you are supposed to be very active and probably stressed at the moment. On the 17th of June, Mars moves forward into the next sign of Virgo, and this will make your official professional life less stressful, but then you will get more motivation, more energy to network, and then to also build a picture, an image of the future which is desirable for you. Or you may think about future in negative terms. What kind of future I want to avoid, and what should I do to avoid this negative future? With Mars, it's always like that. It doesn't matter whether the energy comes from positive feelings or negative feelings. The important thing is that you have the energy and then you use it. Now, the most important event of June is the planet Jupiter moving from Gemini into Cancer. For you, it means that for the next 12 and a half, 13 months, this is as much as Jupiter spends in one sign, the area of your life in which you will have more opportunities, more space to grow, to explore, and to be lucky, is anything that expands your horizons, or anything that you do that may expand the horizons of other people. So it is travel, it is learning, it is interacting with other cultures, it is trying things out that are eye-opening, or it is also teaching, being active in the media, being the cultural ambassador, opening the eyes of other people, or publishing something. This is where you should be adventurous, ambitious, and hungry for growth after Jupiter moves there on the 10th of June. 2 days before that, Mercury also moves into Cancer, into this expand the horizons area of your chart. And this is when you will start getting information. Your mind will be able to work in this direction more readily. You will not experience the intellectual slump that was keeping you from it anymore. Mercury will remain there until the 26th of June, and this time from the 8th until the 26th, when Mercury is in Cancer, I recommend using for exploring your options. How can I make my world more interesting, more expansive? How can I educate myself? How can I make my life more interesting, diverse, and exciting in the next year? There will be a new moon in Cancer, so right before Mercury moves into the next sign. And this new moon is heavily influenced by Jupiter. So before the 25th, it's best that you collect as much information about the options that you have. And then on the 25th, in the days after the 25th, make some commitment or make plans. This is how I am planning to make my life more interesting, more exciting, more expansive. Two very influential planets, Saturn and Neptune, that have moved into Aries during the spring months, are also influencing this new moon and also influencing Jupiter there in your area of expanding your horizons. And those two planets are now occupying Aries, which in your horoscope is daily activities, daily responsibilities, but also the skills that you use on a daily basis. It's basically your craft or your routines. So this question of how you live your day-to-day life, what your routines are, what your professional skills are, or your other important skills, will be crucial in setting goals in this area of expansion. So for example, maybe you want to improve your skills, or maybe you want to learn how to do something professionally that you didn't know how to do before, and then you embark on a 2-year learning course. That is possible. Or maybe you want to be doing something completely different in your professional life, in your daily life, and then you try to explore the options. You want to try this, try that, and maybe within your company or within your business, try something new, also an option. Or maybe it's a health thing, something that you want to also improve your life with, also an option. Or maybe it's a productivity or a daily spiritual practice thing. So anything that you want to commit to on a daily basis or almost daily basis that requires some sort of expansion and education and learning and being exposed to something new. On the 11th of June, so taking a couple of steps back, there will be a full moon in Sagittarius. For you, this is a full moon that shows you how things are going in your area of personal finance. So the simplest recommendation here is make sure that by the 11th of June, you know where your money is and how much you have and what you own and whether there is something unexpected, because this full moon is generally positive, but it's also completely intolerable to lying to yourself. So you should be able to face the truth, whatever that is. If you do that, it is more uplifting, it is more positive. And then also this full moon that has to do with your financials is forming a harmonious aspect to Mars in that on the 11th will still be helping you with your career. So the more active you are in your career, in your business, the better the financial results are. Duh, but it's also like symbolically present. And also there is a bonus for people who are healers or helping people in some way. So if your day-to-day professional life is somehow connected to helping people, that may also be of benefit to your financial status on the 11th. And then on the 26th, Mercury will enter Leo for a couple of weeks. And this is when you will get some new information about your career, your official status, and will be able to course correct, but also to prepare for setting new professional goals, new career goals, new business goals in the next month, in July. Mostly try to focus on the immediate stuff, on the small stuff, but also on collecting information about your social status, about your professional reputation, status, position in the final days of the month. But in general, what is important? Pluto in your home and family, this deep transformation that may be eliciting strong emotions. This is especially important for the early Scorpios. If this is not active for you, all the better, then focus on Jupiter moving into your area of expansion and making your life more interesting. And in general, best case scenario is that you focus on that and that you make your life more interesting, more meaningful, more cultured, diverse, and exciting in the next year. Have a beautiful June.